lekala la utlwa ha re dula fatshe ba le lokisang basadi mabekere a lona re jwentse presidente ho rona le basadi ba tshwarang ka bohaleng ha ba ntse ba dula fatshe ha o tle bashanyana bane ba aperentse tala bashanyana bane ba kae bashimane kom ha sera ba ntse itukiseng ntate theolambo itukiseng President manje sekupha abafana abancane nabo harudwi abutwe alahan basadi hume 6 feet angeke akile ke ba roba ntate ya president That's why barintate theula moya batho ngahlupheki bakhona theula umoya abo baba besonto nabo mama akuyebome ntate theula moya wa lefu a ke batho ba bobedi ha bolebo ba nona le nna re ya leboha mafumahadi hle nako se shapile pula e tlona a ke le theole moya le kgutlele morao jwale se le tla le bangata masupatsela a redi a kgutlele morao re ya leboha bo mmehle re tletse mosebetsi mona bathong masupatsela kwala ntate ebile jwale o kgathetse kwala bona rona re teng re le basadi re tla tlama kobo mathekeng re tla elwana masupatsela nako ile bana ba ka nkang fela ka speech hle bonkgono dulang fatshe se ke la nketsa ntho tsa ke se tole jwale le tla nketsa ntho dulang fatshe ba tlise ka mona ntate we ha ba po se sa ba potete asina sikaza mayetele tinya mona ya kajwal ba tlise ka pele na kwa ile In life you must never give up. Ale bolelle ho yena o tswa kae, o na le kae, and o binne jwang. In life you must never give up, and we love you and we are going to support you. Tshwara he Serame ba bolelle hanyane fela utlwa.
Ka 2001 ne ke le tronkong ke tshwere wa ne ke le tsotsi. 2005 in the ngwande balfo abalokolla le ba bamba di thousands and thousands. Ka 2010 ke le ka kena di idols, X Factor, Pop Stars, Clash of the Choirs. Government of Free State has been supporting me, so ke ne ke batla ho bolella batjha hore toro ya hao ke ya hao, e hodise, e hlokomele, di drugs a di no thusa, crime a no thusa, e ba motho setjhabeng sa hao ba re batla batho ba tshwanang le wena. Le nna ke tshwana le lona, ene bokamoso ba rona bo matsohong a lona batjha.
Halala Serame, halala. Serame Rueshu from President of South Africa, service delivery yenziwe namhlanje. We gave 62 women and men izikhizi ezindlu zabo, and we also gave them the title deeds. But laba bayi-2 bamile lapha bathi bafuna kuzaphiwa uwe nomongameli uPremier. Nibaphe ama-title deed wabo, nibaphe nezikhizi zabo nezindlu, sibapha nama-dustbin wabo. Siyabonga President. We know that you are fighting very hard to make sure ukuthi abantu bethu bayaphucuka. ke a qala presidente Comrade Ace ka boikokobetso bo boholo ha le ka la theola fatshe le presidente hobane bo nkgono ba hodile la ba neletsa di-title deed Jupiter di teng di kae title deed tsa bona ha ba tle re tlo ba leboha ni nga theoka tjena Modimo haulite ayo mata Jupiter the title deed sepedi mo phakisa tebo ke Modimo ha le teng o ka ne monate title deed phakisang go ntate go to fe bonbonto ntate teola buya
ntate teola buya hona jwale tjena ha ntse le bo presidente o handa over senotlolo le premier tsa ntlo tsa bonkgono ebile o handa over di-title deed tsa bona ebile o ba fa le di-dustbin a ke le feng president a fane ka di-dustbin le premier ntate we nna president a fane ka dustbin ha hona motho a tla thela le yeno na premier banna bona wa tseba ka nnete maraso ka di ka be le kgale ba thusa re hlokometse environment alala muso alala siyabonga president siyabonga premier modimo a letse hantle hle ao batho ba modimo ho bile hore ke lle batho ba bona ke ne ba sokola di-title deed batho ka jeko tjena ntho di etsahetse siyabulela baba siyabonga comrade skalla nkgono skalla nkgono skaballa man skaballallang skebelallang ke kopa le ba thuse hle batho ba di ba tsamaise sale le bona ba sebeditse dilemo ba fraifa ditupu ka jeno ba na le matlo a bona le di-title deed le a leboha government ya rona se a bolega Hey. Ke kopa le thuse nkgono. Re a leboha maqhekwana a rona. Re a leboha.
President ya rona ya South Africa, President Jacob Zuma. Ke ena tla bua le rona ka jeno lena. Ke amohele letona la rona la social development, mme Bathabile Dlamini. Ke amohele Deputy Minister Nesochu matona kaofela majoro wa mona Nelindiwe makgalema, dikereke kaofela, di-society, baruti, bana ba rona bomme le bontate, baetelele dipele tswa mekgatlong kaofela e invite-ilweng ke mmuso ka jeno lena. Re invite-ile mekgatlo ena kaofela Bodikwankwetla, re invite-ile mekgatlo ena kaofela ya di-society ya mafu ho keteka letsatsi lena. Mopresidente o na le mane Sharpeville ka jeno lena, o hopotsa batho mo re tswang teng ha re tla amohela constitution ya South Africa. Mme le rona jwale re keteka letsatsi leno ntse re keteka tlhekefetso kgahlano le bomme le bana ba rona ba banyenyane le ba baholo. Le ne re rona re le bontate re etse bonnete ba hore bomme le bana kaofela le setjhaba se a hlokomelwa. Ha hona motho ya hlekefetswang ke e mong. Re tlamehile re phele mmoho South Africa, ho be le kgotso, be le peace. Mme re motlotlo ka jeno lena mopresidente re hlomphile, a ananetse kopo ya rona le kopo ya dihlabeng. Hoba dihlabeng mona le bomasepaleng ba bang ba re bapresidente ba kene ba tswa. Ntate Mandela la kena le Ntate Mbeki azange ba hate mona. Mme ba kopa re pele mopresidente a tswa, hobane mopresidente o tla fetsa theme ya hae. Ho na le ba ditlokotsebe ba re mopresidente a ska fetsa theme ya hae. Jwang e le hore re voutile re le batho ba mokgatlo le setjhaba hore mopresidente Jacob Zuma a tshware South Africa ho fihlela a qeta theme ya hae. Ha re mo fe tlotla eno le support-o eno, hobane bana ba reng a ska fetsa theme ya hae ha ba yo le setjhabeng, ha ba yo lefatshe, ha le so ba bone le di-community tsa lona, ha le so ba bone ba buisana le lona ke bo ba mang ba ratang lerata fela, hobane sa bona ko hobane ba promotwa ke di-media le di-radio. Ha hona batho ba ba tsebang le ona mokgatlo o tswang ho bona mono ha ba so e fatshe mokgatlo. Ba dula ba etsa marata fela ba re mopresidente a tswa. Re ile ra ba botsa potso e leng hore ana le tla fihla setjhabeng, lona le so ka le fihla setjhabeng. Jwale re le setjhaba e se re le ANC fela. Le le setjhaba re mopresidente o tla e fetsa theme ya hae. Mme le lona le etse bonnete dikereke ditokfeleng mafung le ne le mo rapella le mo beha ka dithapeng. Le rona re le ma-corporate re eme ka maoto, ha hona motho ya neutral. Le boema ka maoto le bue hore la lona ba reng President Zuma a dule fatshe, ha le sa batle ho sebetsa mmoho le lona, lona dulang fatshe pele. Hobane le batle ho sebetsa mmoho le lona. Nna ke ile ka re ho bona ha ke ne ke le mopresidente, just that ha ke mopresidente, nkebe ke re yana reng ha batle ho sebetsa le nna ha tsamaye koseni a e hate mane. Re kgone ho etsa mosebetsi, re sebeletse setjhaba. Hobane mopresidente enwa ke yena ya tlisang diphetoho nakong ena. Bana ba dikolong hobane themeng ya hao itse education priority number 1. And bana ba dikolong themeng ya hao itse re be le a long program, re be le framework e bitswang National Development Plan. Kgale re le mmuso ntse re kena re tswa re sena tokomane e reng Vision 2030. President ena ke yona e kentseng le dibakeng tsa mapolasi metsi le mabone le motlakase. Ke tjho jwalo ke re ha ke nyenyefatse dipresidente tsa ho feta tsena kaofela. Mapolasing batho ba ne ba sa mmone mopresidente. Mopresidente ena wa fihla batho, mme ke rata hore re mo ananela, re mo supporte. Rona re le Freistata, re le mmuso, re le batho ba South Africa. Hobane ha ke bue fela mmusong wa Freistata, ke bua ke le motho wa moahi wa South Africa. Ke ba utlwile le ba Sharpeville ka mane, ke ba utlwile le ba Gauteng ka mane, ba mo amohetse. Hobane ba le hore ke baetapele ba nakwana, artificial leaders. Ba nahana hore bona ba se ba fihlile ba baholo, and ha ba e tsebe le ANC. Batho ba tshwanang le President Jacob Zuma ke bona ba e tsebang African National Congress. Rona re santse re tla re totoba. So batjha ba rona, ska la tsubanya upe, batjha ba rona, ska la hlekefetsa bomme, batjha ba rona, a re ithuteng re dikolong. Ne re a tshepisa he selemo se tlang, tla ne re tswalle pele ho ntlafatsa maphelo a batho. Ka mantswe a me ke a kgolwa he hore re le amohetse, mme ke amohetse mopresidente le ja Christmas e monate, selemo se monate le penye ditsotsi. Ohle mona re batlo bona tsotsi mona provinseng le South Africa. Ke a ha Teboho. Ke a Teboho. O ka jwa. Le a tseba Teboho na kenetse di-award a ke reng. Jwale Teboho ke ena o tlile le kgau he lebitsong la rona la Foreisetata. O winne kgau. Ra o leboha Teboho. Ra o lebohela. Ra o lebohela. Le bana ba ntse ba drilo mona bashimane bona ke ba le ba re ba thotseng ditrateng ba ne ba ja nyaupe ba ile le di-street kid ona jwale ba sekolong ba rutile ba kgutlile mekgweng ya bona ba ne ba batla ba karolo ya setšhaba mosebetsi o motle wa mme Mantombela le mme Mahamaki Mahasa le mme Bathabile tswellang pele ntse le sebetsa ka thata morena le etse hantle amandla. Bathabile haholo. Oh, jwale ha ke tlo emisa mopresidente wa ANC. Wa tseba batho ba tshaba re mopresidente ona kwa ANC. Muso ona kwa ANC. Ke batho ba tshabang makgowa bano ba jang le makgowa. Ba tshaba bua ka muso batho ba kgethileng wane batho ba kgetha muso. Ba choose di-party. Me party e busang ke African National Congress. Moetapele mopresidente wa ANC ke Jacob Zuma. Moetapele wa ANC le South Africa ke Jacob Zuma. O ilwanetse tokoloho. Tokoloho o ilwanetse. O tseba mathata a batho. Ska na ra bua ka baetapele ba ntse ba ra dule fatshe. Ba sa tsebe mathata a batho. A re so ba bone makoisheneng a rona mo. Next. President sebaka ke sa ha.
Thank you, Rialebo. Baisu. The president of the ANC Women's League and the entire leadership of the Women's League here, from national and provincial. Chairperson of the ANC in this province, Comrade Ace Makashule. and the entire provincial leadership of the ANC. Traditional leaders who are with us here, faith-based organizations, community members, and all formations that are here, and indeed, the young people who are here. Bakayesu dumelang. Leka. Liphila hantle. Sisintle seo. Re a leboga. Re leboga gagolo. Ka gore fela tsatsi le na ga jeno ke letsatsi it's serious. Firstly, before I say anything, leadership, the President and the Deputy President, Secretary General of the Women's League, and Atema Khashule, the leadership here. You are something else in the Free State. You are something else. You are unique. If you want to see what we always talk about, nation building, you have young people who are here, coming from a number of directions, but they are here. And I've seen your young ladies that were sweeping the country during the elections. But I saw those that we have taken from the streets and today are students and studying, which indicates it is not impossible to remove the street kids throughout the country if we have a program designed in the manner in which we have designed your program. We should take what we are doing indeed as an example of how do you build a nation, because you don't build a nation out of old people. The Constitution is indeed the birth certificate of our democracy, of our country, South Africa. We are conveying one theme of a message today to all South Africans, because our Constitution is the cornerstone of our nation, of our constitutional democracy. It is the supreme law of the land. All laws passed by Parliament, produced by government, must be in line with the Constitution. They must be designed to bring about the good life and dignity defined in our Constitution. ANC President Nelson Mandela signed the Constitution into law on the 10th December 1996 here in this very important country, South Africa, in Sharpeville, in a historic place which also saw an agreement after the Anglo-Boer War, when all four republics were put together into one Union of South Africa. In addition to this milestone, the 10th of December is also observed by the international community every year as International Human Rights Day. It commemorates the day in 1948 when the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. this year, the International Human Rights Day, is celebrated under the theme, Stand Up for Someone's Right Today. The signing of the Constitution into law was one of the key achievements of the ANC. It marked the beginning of the journey towards a new society that all of us can be proud of. Namhlanje sikupa iminyaka engamashumi amabili seloku umongameli wethu esimthanda kakhulu ubaba Madiba asayina khona umthethosisekelo omusha wezwe lakithi eNingizimu Afrika. Lo mthethosisekelo waqeda inqubo yobandlululo waletha uhulumeni wentando yeningi. Abantu baseNingizimu Afrika bazizwa bevikelekile kakhulu ngenxa yomthethosisekelo ngoba uvikela amalungelo abo bonke abantu base-South Africa. Awukhethi bala, awukhethi ukuthi uhlalaphi. The Constitution is also a roadmap that we use to change South Africa, to improve the quality of life for all, as the ANC in government. Life in South Africa is improving each day. The Constitution states that people are entitled to services such as water, electricity, social security, education, health, and others. If we talk about the delivery, as we have seen that today there was a delivery of houses, that is implementation and fulfillment of what the Constitution demands of us as a nation. Government has thus developed programs since 1994 to bring about these services, some of which people were denied because of their color of their skin. Progress is being made on food security, land reform, and agrarian reform. For instance, government has distributed nearly 8 million hectares of agricultural land to previously, historically disadvantaged individuals and families against a targeted 24 million hectares. Households are being supported to participate in subsistence farming in rural areas. Government continues to restore dignity through the provision of housing and quality basic services to our people. Over 3.7 million houses have been built since 1994. Government still has much work to do in upgrading informal settlements. Programs are happening in that area. We have said to people, water is life and is a basic necessity for our people. Government continues to build dams and to extend water and sanitation to many families, even though close to 13 million households have access to sanitation. More still needs to be done to achieve universal access. The rollout of electricity has increased in terms of the number of households from 10 million in 2007 to 15.4 million with access to electricity, which is 91%. Our constitution enjoins us to educate our children and youth to become future leaders and proficient citizens. And this is what I think this province is doing. That is why government has expanded access and improved the quality of education. There has been a steady increase in the overall matric pass rate to reach 71% in 2015. Our success includes 26% of grade 12 learners achieving a bachelor's pass in 2015. We naturally want to see an improvement in the year 2016. Since 1994, we have almost doubled the number of students in higher education institutions, now close to 1 million students. Enrollment at training and vocational education and training colleges stood at more than 700,000 in 2014. In 1994, the figure was 150,000. The doors of learning have been opened indeed. Advances have been made towards building a healthy nation. South Africans now live longer, with the average age being 62 years in 2014. More importantly, we have made dramatic inroads in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Uhulumeni wentando yeningi ususindise izimpilo zabantu abaningi abaphila negciwane lesandulela ngculazi ngokubanika amaphilisi. Sikhuluma nje badlulile ku 3 million abantu abathola ukwelashwa, osekwenze izimpilo zabo zangcono, bakwazi nokusebenza, nabangasasebenzi babuyele emsebenzini. Konke lokhu kwenziwa ukuba khona kwalomthetho sisekelo wezwe lakithi esiwuhloniphayo uma uthi abantu badinga ezempilo zibe ngcono. Kusho umthetho sisekelo. Ngamanye amagama uthuma isizwe ukuthi lesizwe kufanele siphile sibe ngcono. Umthetho sisekelo uthi abantu abaswele ikakhulukazi izingane nabakhubazekile abathole izimfanelo kuhulumeni. Ngempela bevile ezigidini eziyishumi-6 abathola izibonelelo zezingane, ezabadala, nezabakhubazekileyo. Lokhu kuyasiza ukuthi sixoshe indlala emakhaya. Government is still not reaching all who are eligible. Government still needs to reach children under the age of 1 and those living in remote areas and farms. We continue to make South Africa safer for all. Police work round the clock to fight crime. We thank members of the community who cooperate with the police and report crime, and those who do not promote crime by conduct such as buying stolen goods. Today, we also end the 16 days of activism of our violence against women and children. We urge all to continue the campaign and promote safer homes and communities for women and children. Let us report incidents of abuse and violence against women and children during the festive season, and always, as women, have a right to safety and security. In other words, as we say, this is the end of the 16 days of activism, we are but saying the campaign does not end. Every day we should be campaigning against those who abuse women and children. The 16 days activism is in fact the reminder each year for us to continue that campaign. So we should not say, because now the days of activism have come to an end, then we stop. No, we continue working very hard until we are reminded again next year. The campaign continues every day. Compatriots, the Constitution says we must heal the divisions of the past. We need to work hard to break down barriers of divisions that divide us. We should thus continue to reach out to one another across the racial divide. We must build one nation, united in our diversity, and promoting non-racialism and non-sexism. Building a nation means doing a number of things. We need to be a proud nation with our diversities. Our diversities are a strength to us, are not a weakness. Those who are backward, let us help them, take them by their hands to a new South Africa. In fact, racism is a backward notion in any society. If you are not backward, you can't be racist. We are all made in the image of God, irrespective of our color. And those who practice it are backward. They need to be assisted, and we should assist them. We all need to play our part in building a non-racial society. In this regard, the recent reported displays of racism on social media and various other platforms indicate that more work must still be done to raise awareness of this scourge and to demonstrate our collective intolerance and abhorrence of racism as South Africans. We suffered from racism. We don't want to go back there. We are pleased that the Constitution has allowed us to advance more women in our society, with 42.5% of women in legislative bodies in 2014. Work must continue in all spheres to increase this percentage to 50% in recognition of the role women play in society and our own constitution, which enshrines non-sexism. We congratulate the ANC Women's League for the achievements in this country with regards to the achievement and advancement of women. It is the Women's League that ensured the adoption of the 50% quota, which we all strive to attain at all levels in the public service, and which the private sector must also seek to achieve. It is important for us to recognize the fact that the struggle to empower women has been spearheaded by the ANC Women's League, which has impacted to society. And therefore, it is important to acknowledge that and be proud of it. That yes, Imbokodo iyasebenza. Bomme babereka. Basadi babereka. Abatswara thipa ka bohareng. Ke bona ba. Because, as you know, you liberate a woman, you liberate a nation. You educate a woman, you educate a nation. You empower a woman, you empower the nation. It is them who carry a lot in society to make society to be what it is. I thought today I must give a common message. One of the stress that I'm making today, 20 years of the celebration of our Constitution, it is important to bear in mind that South Africa is not the same like all other countries. South Africa had an institutionalized racism. That is why it is so difficult for others to abandon it. It had become the way of life. It excluded the black majority from the mainstream of life in South Africa, excluded from proper education, it excluded them from the rights to participate in running of the country, excluded them from social development. And this is a legacy we are dealing with in South Africa. We are almost like rebuilding a nation that was devastated by the system. It is important to bear this in mind, that one of the reasons our Constitution is one of the leading constitutions, because it was not just dealing with few matters of any country, even if it was oppressed. In our case, it was dealing with the legacy of a huge majority that were not part of the mainstream economy and everything. And we are therefore addressing that. This point is important to be made because many analysts miss this point when they analyze South Africa, because they liken South Africa like any other country. Some countries that never had apartheid, but they talk as if there are shortcomings they are pointing at, as if it is because South Africans are dumb. And it is not true. Particularly critics of South Africa fail to appreciate that we've made such progress coming from almost from the beginning. That's a factor to be borne in mind. What our Constitution, therefore, is guiding us to do is firstly to address the legacy, but improve in the meantime and move forward. And we don't highlight this all the time, but it's a fact that as we celebrate our Constitution today, we should remind ourselves and remind those who know they have to speak, who hold opinions, analysts, critics in particular. If you don't recognize that fact, then your analysis and your criticisms are not accurate. It's important for us to say this, and we can say it even if other people say, don't talk about the past. We know the past. We fought a vicious system, and we'll never forget it, and defeated it. And it is because of that that we must always indicate that part of our challenges today are challenges of yesterday. That's why, if you take education, doors of learning were not open. In fact, the system said the black majority do not need mathematics because they will use it nowhere. It was said by a prime minister of this country. They were not allowed to participate in business, in the main areas of business. They were supposed to have shops only in the townships. So they were not part of economy. That is why we talk about black empowerment, we talk about affirmative action, because we are addressing the past. And our Constitution gives us guidance. All I'm appealing for is that those who want to talk about South Africa, they must not forget the facts. They must not pretend that South Africa has been like any other country in the world. That is why, in the first decade, we had to repeal apartheid laws in Parliament and create new laws, a huge number of them. No other country did so, because they did not have the situation we had. It's a point that needs to be analyzed properly. If we are objective, if we are not perpetuating the negative narrative about South Africa, so that people should have facts. And when we say these are facts, it's not arrogance, it's just facts of where South Africa comes from, that we should be aware of. We are very happy that today we've finished 20 years and we can see progress that is being made. That's why I said I'm very happy to see the efforts that are being put to young people in this province. I wish many can take example, because it is the concrete, practical way of building a nation. Thank you very much. You must celebrate, you must be happy, and I was happy to see a real celebration of this day. Wonderful. Kia leboha. Aho. Hey. Liswele pe. Ka fella kirel. Ertla sebit. Let's South Africa ye ebe prosperous. Uluki. Beatwa. Hey. Ria leboha ba yeso. Siabong.
Ke kopa bomme ba ka moo ka teng ba tshwere dikere sa ke le phamise dikere dula fatshe bana ba re setse o tlo dula le rona just 10 minutes. Batho ba le ba dikgomo di ding ha hle di kene ka moo dikere sa hle di kganya hle di kganye dikere tse ka moo di ka mane dikere sa hle di kgantshane ke tlo neha mopresidente wa rona mme Bathabile a tlo bua ka taba ena ya candlelight. Please batho ba nang le mollo thusanang ka pele. Dumelang le kae? Re teng. Mr. President, our Premier, the Deputy President of the Women's League, the Secretary General of the Women's League, and other members of the NEC, provinces, KZN, where are you? Limpopo, oh, Nikhateti. Okay. Imeya ne-leadership yalana, ama-societies, amakhosikazi, masupatsila, amayanga-yanga, amabhaikha, nako yaluna yetsa, ningarashi, ake sishapa sisuthu.